So in this video, I'm going to go over number 15 on the 4-1 homework, which is going to be a lot like the quiz we're going to take on Friday. So first I'm going to talk about properties that we know. We know that opposite sides are congruent. So I'm going to say that this side over here on the right is 4 feet as well. And that's the first question, 4 feet. DC, right? Then we know also that this 6 feet is congruent with its opposite side. So this would be 6 feet down here. And that's what would go over here. Then we have that our diagonals bisect each other. That's our next rule. So we have that this one, this part of the diagonal is congruent with that one, and this part is congruent with this one. So I'm going to put my 2.5 feet up here, and I'm going to put my 3 feet over here. So now it says AE, which is from here to here, is 2.5 feet. That's what I have labeled. And if I'm looking for the whole length of AC from A up here down to C down here, that is going to be 2.5 plus 2.5, which is 5 feet. Then we have DE. DE is up here, and we've already got it labeled. This is DE right here. It's 3 feet. And again, when we're talking about BD, BD is down here. D is up here, so that's the whole length of that diagonal. So that's going to be 3 plus 3, which is 6 feet. Now let's talk about our angles. We're going to go ahead and fill all these in, and then we'll pull the angles from the drawing. So let's go ahead and work through this drawing first. So first of all, we should see this angle up here is congruent with this angle down here, alternate interior angles. So this angle is 70. Because again, this angle right here is congruent with this angle down here. They're alternate interior angles. We should also be able to see that this angle is congruent with this angle because they're alternate interior angles. And then we can add those together. So 70 plus 40, this would be the angle addition postulate, is 110. So that's what angle A is, which means down here on the right for angle C, it would be 110 as well. Now over here on the left, we're talking about this angle over here. And we should be able to see that it is congruent with the 37-degree angle because they're alternate interior angles. So this one's 37 degrees. And then obviously this last one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those would be congruent again for the same reason, alternate interior angles. And when we add 37 to 33, that's the whole angle. Again, we're talking about our angle addition postulate out here. So that would be 70 degrees. And this one up here on the top right would be 70 degrees as well. Now remember that the angles that are consecutive to, so A and B should add up to be 180, B and C should add up to be 180, C plus D should add up to be 180, and D plus A should add up to be 180, and they do. That's a good check for you guys. Now the only angles we have left to solve for are these ones in here. And we should be able to use a triangle sum theorem. So y'all see this triangle I'm drawing right now in green? So those three angles when added together should equal 180. Well, when I add 70 plus 37, that gives me 107. And then I'm going to subtract that 107 from 180. That gives me 73 degrees. So that makes this angle right here 73 degrees. And the one that's its vertical angle across from it, notice these vertical angles right here, this is also 73 degrees. Now there's several ways, honestly, that we could solve for the other angle in the center. Notice again that we have another triangle down here. We have this triangle. So we can use the triangle sum theorem again. Add 40 plus 33, that's 73. So we would do again 180 minus 73, that's 107. Now, we could also notice that these two angles make a linear pair right here. See that line? So we could have subtracted 73 from 180 there and got 107 too. Again, we got vertical angles here. Now we have all the angles marked in our drawing. So now I need y'all to really pay attention to me here because we're going to talk about how we find these angles. So BAC down here, this one right here says BA. That's one side of my angle right there, BA. The other side of my angle is AC. So it's this right here. What was between those two sides? It was this 70 degrees right there. So that's the answer that we're looking for, 70 degrees. Angle A would be all of this up here. that whole thing. That's angle A right there, which was 110 degrees. All right, let's go on to angle ADB. I'm going to use a different color now, just so we can talk this through. Again, AD is one side of the angle. DB is the other side of the angle. So we're talking about what's inside here. That's 33 degrees. Then we have angle D. That angle D is all of this up here. So that's angle D right there. So that's going to be our total out here. That's 70 degrees. Then we have angle BCA. I'm going to use a different color again. Just keep you guys with me. So BC is one side of it. CA is another side of it. So we're talking about this angle right here, which is 40 degrees. I think you got C by now. Hopefully you can see that it's 110. Then we've got ABE. So I'm going to go from A down here to B, up here to E. So hopefully you can see this is 37 degrees. Then we've got angle B again. So we're talking about this down here, 70 degrees. Lastly, we're going to talk about some of these angles in the middle. Okay. So our angle AEB, AEB is going to be 73 degrees right there. Hopefully you guys are catching this now. AED, AED, AE is one side, ED is the other side. This one's 107. Then we've got DEC, DEC is this angle right here, 73. And then lastly, we've got BEC. So BEC is down here, BEC. That's this 107. So hopefully this helped you guys to clarify where the angles are and how to find them.